is longing for green power. Here comes StarTime Solar Power System. Stay powerful to provide you with the best entertainment experience. Easy use, no worry with the safety socket protection design and long lifespan battery. With StarTime Solar Power System, you no longer need to worry about charging household appliances. And more types of solar power system are available for your different requirements. StarTime Solar Power System, power your life.
It's a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facilities, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotel is located at Elisha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803-440-4358, 034-206-855. Email adesuperhotels@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
Every life is longing for green power. Here comes StarTime Solar Power System. Stay powerful to provide you with the best entertainment experience. Easy use, no worry with the safety socket protection design and long lifespan battery. With StarTime Solar Power System, you no longer need to worry about charging household appliances. And more types of solar power system are available for your different requirements. StarTime Solar Power System, power your life.
Good evening and welcome on this week's edition of News Diary on Nta Akure. News Diary is the compilation of fresh reports and some of the ones that made headlines in the course of the week. We will go on a short break. News Diary returns with the news of the day. We begin with the Ondo State Governor, Lokure Misoayedatua, who was advised the new corps members deployed to Ondo State to make positive impact. The governor gave the advice during the administering of the Oath of Allegiance of the new 2025 Batch A Stream 2 NYSC corps members at the NYSC Permanent Orientation Camp in Ikare Akoko. Correspondent Omokeinde Igbari has the report.
The Chief Justice of Ondo State, Justice Segun Ayedun Odushola, ably represented by Honorable Justice Bankole Jacob Akiwomi, administered the oath of allegiance on 1,940 corps members that were deployed to Ondo State. In his address, the Governor of Ondo State, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Mrs. Tolu Adeyemi, charged the corps members to be law-abiding and to embrace the principles of the scheme in order to have a memorable stay in the state.
Your time in Ondo State should not be perceived mainly as a statutory obligation, but as a rare opportunity to make a positive and lasting impact on your host communities and by extension on the broader society where you will be serving.
Earlier, the state NYSC coordinator Kuburat Omowumi Bakare implored them to embrace discipline, dedication, and remain focused while on camp.
The Sahel program, in particular, is designed to empower you with practical and sustainable skills that will position you for self-reliance.
The chairman of the NYSC governing board, represented by the Director Youth Development, Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Mrs. Catherine Okukwe, said the orientation course has been designed to inculcate core values of leadership, teamwork, and resilience in them.
Being ambassadors of unity, beacons of hope and champion of peace.
Highlights of the event was the display of the man o' war, which signaled the official opening of the 3 weeks NYSC orientation course. From Kariakoko, Ondo State, Homokende Igbari, Nta News.
For stories trending in the sporting world, let's join Peter Oebo on Sports Update.
Let's begin with football. Bayelsa Star Queens FC and Crusaders FC have emerged third-place winners in the female and male categories of the 2025 Prosperity Cup tournament. Bayelsa Star Queens defeated Bayelsa State School of Nursing Sciences by 2-1, while Crusaders FC beat Bayelsa United Feeders 3-0 to lift the third-place trophy.
This cup has helped, to discover a lot of talents, that are doing great exploits, not only within the local league, and even in the international circles. And that is to tell you that this is a government that is sports friendly.
Staying on football, the stage is set for an electrifying display of football in Abuja as the 5th edition of the Abuja All-Stars Veterans Football Tournament kicks off today at the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, with All-Stars International going against NMPC football team. Meanwhile, in track and field, it was a vibrant celebration of speed at the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium as promising young athletes from 8 senior secondary schools, 8 junior secondary schools, and 3 primary schools across Abuja at the 6th Annual Secondary School Girls Relay Race, organized by National Association of Nigeria Women in Sports, NAWIS.
I want to take it to stretch it forward, and because my father wasn't able to participate, and I want to stand in line for him.
And NAWIS is doing all she can do to protect the girls.
Elsewhere, the International Cricket Council says ICC is building the capacity of coaches in Africa with trends and tactics in line with international cricket standards. ICC representative Christopher Kanduzo and South African instructor who are training the coaches for their bandages maintain that their certification will afford them more opportunities to compete anywhere in the world.
And so that we don't want them to sit with this knowledge. We want them to convey it to the player.
And I hope and I foresee a very good result at the end of the week.
It's very vital because ICC find out that Nigeria is in the development country in cricket.
20 coaches were drawn from 3 African countries of Sierra Leone, Ghana and Nigeria at the cricket oval of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. With sport updates, Peter Oibo, NTA News.
You're still watching News Diary. We shall go on another break. News Diary returns shortly.
Our major currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the Kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the Naira.
You're welcome back. You can also watch us on social media platforms via these handles on Facebook and YouTube at Nta Akure. And now to some of the reports that made headlines in the course of the week. 16,255 Ondo State indigents are to benefit from the renewed Hope conditional cash transfer across the state. At the flag-off of the second phase of the President Bola Tinubu initiative in Akure during the week, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa assured the people of registration of more vulnerable and less privileged households in subsequent phase of the scheme. Paul Omukago has the details.
Beneficiaries from various communities within Akure South local government area gathered at the council secretariat where they confirmed their names from the list displayed at the entrance. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, while appreciating President Bola Tinubu for the initiative, described the program as a timely intervention to ease the burden of the less privileged. He reaffirmed his administration's readiness to continue partnering with the federal government on social welfare schemes aimed at addressing socio-economic challenges in the state.
The continuation of this program is a testament to our unwavering dedication to the people of Ondo State, reinforcing our commitment to fostering inclusive economic, empowerment, and financial security.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Emmanuel Falaye expressed deep appreciation to both the president and the governor for extending the support to the grassroots.
I appreciate our Papa, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the whole one of this nation. I pray we will continue to be with him as well.
The event also featured goodwill messages from the National Orientation Agency, the DG of Akure, and the Chairman Akure South local government, with colorful cultural performances adding a festive touch to the occasion. A total of 1.2 billion naira is being disbursed, with each beneficiary set to receive 75,000 naira broken down into 25,000 naira monthly for the next 3 months. In Akure, Paul Omukago, NTA News.
The journey of what is June 12 Democracy Day is an ongoing process with different perspectives aimed at having an acceptable and workable system of government peculiar to Nigeria and driven by the people. This sums up the commemoration of the historic day in Ondo State, where in the course of the week, a public lecture on June 12, Losses and Gains in Relationship to Today's Democratic Realities in Nigeria, was held. Paul Omukagu tells us more.
It's a cross-section of Nigerians with different generations, all united by a common desire for a more responsive and accountable democratic system. Delivering the lecture, the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Michael Opeyemi Bamidele, represented, highlighted the notable gains of democracy, which he said include ongoing economic reforms, infrastructural expansion, industrial growth, governance improvement, and institutional strengthening.
Let us strive to build a Nigeria where democracy is not merely a system of governance, but a way of life.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa described June 12 as a unique and symbolic day in Nigeria's history, representing a significant shift in the nation's democratic evolution and the resilience of its people.
We have seen and witnessed dividends of democratic system of government and also challenges hampering the deepening of democracy in the country.
Critical stakeholders at the event called for deeper reforms and greater citizen engagement in the democratic process.
Government of the people, by the people, and for the people, not government of leaders, by leaders, and for leaders.
Every 8 years there must be a change of government. And during the government, you can talk, I can talk.
A special documentary celebrating the life and legacy of Chief MKO Abiola, who is widely regarded as the symbol of democracy in Nigeria, added depth to the commemoration of the day. In Akure, Paul Omukago, NTA News.
Nigeria marks Democracy Day to commemorate the return of the nation to civilian rule and the sacrifices made in the fight for democratic governance. Now, 26 years into uninterrupted democracy, citizens are reflecting on the progress made and challenges that still persist. In Akure, Ondo State, during the week, NTA got opinions from residents on the state of the nation's democracy. The report. June 12, 1993 stands as a landmark in Nigeria's democratic journey, a day when millions of Nigerians turned out to vote in what is still widely regarded as the freest and fairest election in the nation's history. However, it was not until 2018 that June 12 was officially recognized as Democracy Day by the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, replacing May 29 as the National Day to celebrate democracy. Now, in 2025, Nigeria marks 26 years of uninterrupted civilian rule. However, the focus has shifted beyond the fanfare of celebrations to deeper questions about the true impact of democracy on the lives of ordinary citizens. For many, the promises of democracy are yet to be fulfilled.
Because democracy without credible opposition is not democracy.
We should be patient, and where we need to rise, and to let government know that people are suffering, we need to rise.
Concerns over national security, inclusive governance, and the effectiveness of democratic institutions continue to shape public discourse. Yet, amid the challenges, Democracy Day remains a symbol of hope, a reminder that the will of the people still matters.
For the past, we have gone a lot. We have seen a lot in terms of turbulence, in terms of security, in terms of feeding, economy generally, the society, a lot of things is happening. Yes, it's accepted because a country that is developing, you have to pass through all those stages. But the thing is that the government has to work a lot.
It is the people that will have to do the right thing. Yes, are we satisfied with what we are having in the country?
By reason of the fact that democracy has come to stay uninterrupted, it has brought massive development to most of our communities.
As Nigerians celebrate yet another Democracy Day, attention is on the ability of government to move beyond rhetoric and take concrete steps to close the gap between democratic ideals and the lived realities of the people. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has forwarded a list of 12 nominees for appointment as commissioners to the State House of Assembly for confirmation. The nomination, which was contained in a letter signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adeniyo, and addressed to the Speaker of the House, Olamide Oladiji, highlighted that the nominations were made in line with the Section 192, 1 and 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. The nominees are Professor Igbekele Ajibefun, Ayorinde Olaoye, Ayodele Akonde, Alabi Johnson, Alhaji Hamidu Takuro, Adewale Akinlosotu. Others are Idowu Ajanoku, Dr. Oluwaseun Osamaye, Dr. Tobloko, Olaolu Akindolire, Sunday Olajide, and Omoyofumi Honri. The governor appealed to the lawmakers to give the request prompt consideration in the interest of the state. Moving on, the Nigerian Communications Commission inaugurated a state-of-the-art e-health project at the Ondo State Specialist Hospital, Akure. The Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Dr. Aminu Maida, in the course of the week, described the project as a major milestone in the Commission's effort to revolutionize healthcare access through digital innovation. Oluwakemi Ademola has the details.
The commissioning of this facility is part of a broader commitment by the NCC to integrate information and communication technology, ICT, into the Nigeria healthcare delivery system.
We hand over this e-health project to the State Specialist Hospital for the benefits of all of us, in the name of our Almighty God.
Addressing the gathering, The executive vice chairman of the commission, represented by the project director, Philip Ereto, noted that the commissioning attests to collective efforts to harness the power of ICT to improve and revolutionize the health sector in Nigeria with a view to serving and having a sustainable healthcare delivery system. He stated that the new project serves two key purposes of facilitating the integration of the health sector into the nation's digital economy and promoting improved healthcare outcomes that support economic productivity.
This is one project that is very dear to us because it's going to introduce ICT into our health delivery instead of all these issues surrounding paper files. We're now moving everything to the system where you can easily share patients' records with fellow professionals, specialists in other areas, geographical areas. So, and then of course, as we all know, using ICT makes things a lot more efficient, more effective. We believe it's going to contribute a great deal to our healthcare delivery.
Stakeholders at the event described electronic medical record machines as a vital tool in enhancing healthcare delivery across medical facilities.
Presently, we are so glad and happy that the federal government and NCC have been able to give us this EMR project, and it has really helped us because our data collation now, our data storage will be much more better. The work will be more effective. Our physicians will be able to see more patients, and the work will be much more easier for us.
The e-health commissioning marks a significant step in a federal government commitment vision to leverage technology for inclusive, accessible, and improved healthcare delivery across Nigeria. In Akure, Oluwakemi Ademola, NTA News.
Proactive steps aimed at preventing and detecting ailments associated with the cold weather like catarrh, feverish conditions, flu, and other health complications in children should be taken seriously by parents and their guardians. Ifeolu Omoshile, who spoke with some pediatricians in Akure during the week, reported that this was highlighted while speaking on the care of children during the cold weather.
Findings revealed that the vulnerable immune system of a child is a continuous growth, which can be boosted through nutritious diet, vaccination, and getting enough rest. Reports indicate that some pathogens usually spread fast during the rainy season, thereby leading to sicknesses of a large number of children during the season.
Upper respiratory tract infections are very common. Upper respiratory tract infection, which can lead to lower respiratory tract infection, whereby there will be cough, catarrh. It can lead to pneumonia too during this cold weather.
Health practitioners, while advising parents to keep children warm at all times, also reiterated the essence of providing them with foods that have high concentration of vitamin C.
There should be proper dressing, wearing of cardigan. Then, apart from cardigan, we must not use cold water to bathe them.
When your child is on bed, you try to check their rooms to make sure that windows are partially closed, not totally closed, at least to avoid suffocation or making the place too hot for them. But you make sure that they are well kitted, well clothed, especially over the night, to avoid anything that can trigger them to trigger infections, especially viral infection, colds, catarrh, cough.
They, however, beckoned on parents to seek medical attention when there is an abnormal rise in the body temperature of their children to help avoid some health complications. In Akure, Ifeolu Omoshile, NTA News.
The Akure community Muslim women in the course of the week paid a courtesy call on management of NTA Akure to seek collaboration in its quest to lend a helping hand to orphans and other less privileged children across the state. Ifeolu Omoshile has the details.
It is often said that children are not just inheritors of the world, but also architects that will build the future. However, quite a number of factors have been adduced to the slow growth and development of less privileged children in Nigeria, particularly the loss of parents, lack of basic education, and even financial constraints. To bridge this gap, the Akure community Muslim women led by the Chief Imam, Alhaji Abdulhakeem Yahya Akorede, solicited partnership and publicity for the group's Bright Future Homes, built to raise and support early childhood development. The initiative is also at the forefront of educating, equipping and promoting economic development of the future generations of Muslims. The General Manager, Nta Akure Olubumioke, pledged the organization's support towards advancing the initiative by using its reach to publicize the activities of the Muslim women's group.
The thing you might want to bring to us concerning this, we readily accept.
Leader of the team and Chief Imam of Akure gave more insight on the visit.
The mission is already accomplished, and very soon, inshallah, when the project is commissioned, we start working there to make sure that the life of our kids change for better.
The Akure Community Muslim Women Bright Future Homes is geared towards ensuring that children grow to become responsible individuals. The home building project, which was started in the year 2018, is the first Muslim home in Ondo State. In Akure, Ifeoluwa Moshile, NTA News.
And that is where we call it a wrap on this week's edition of News Diary. Do join us again same time next week for another exciting edition of News Diary on NTA Akure, the dynamic station. Good evening.
Hotels abound everywhere. But when you look